They will come here in a body and assassinate him. From Governor McCain of Pennsylvania, from Governor Monroe of Virginia, their militia are ready to march at a moment's notice. If you set aside this election tonight, tomorrow morning there will be blood in the streets.
I'm an old soldier, Mr. Jefferson. If you give us no alternative,
yes, but you have an alternative. End this deadlock at once. Make Aaron Burr president.
Aren't you being whimsical?
Well, I should honestly prefer that.
So you want Aaron Burr to be president?
He's a superior man. Energetic, believes in our people.
God, you're gullible. I know the man. He despises your democracy more than I. Yet he has chimed in with all its absurdities. Why? Because he is cunning and audacious and absolutely without morality, possessed of only one principle: to get power by any means and keep it by all.
Now, that's an opinion.
That's a fact. He has said it to my face a dozen times.
He has sworn the contrary to me.
Burr has been bankrupt for years, yet he spends vast sums of money on this campaign. Where do they come from?
I don't know.
What do you think has been the sole topic of conversation at his dinner table? To whom are the toasts drunk? Can you guess?
No.
The man who supplies his funds. The man with whose agency he is in daily conference.
What man?
Bonaparte.
Bonaparte? I can hardly believe it.
Proofs, if you wish them. Burr is the Cataline of America. He'll dare anything. Once president, he'll destroy all our institutions, usurp for himself complete and permanent power, make himself dictator.
I know you have no faith in them, but do you honestly believe that the American people would stand idly by?
No, I have no faith in them. But they'd fight, I grant you that, and there'd be bloody civil war. And that's all Bonaparte would need. He would swoop down on us like that. Now you know my motive. I'm afraid. I'm profoundly afraid for the happiness of this country. This is excellent. I've commissioned one of the great men to be sculpted for myself. You've been duped, my friend.
I suspected only you.
Of what?
Of planning to be our Bonaparte.
When Washington died, I could have. Why didn't I?
Why?
Burr asked me that question contemptuously. This may be hard for you, but try to grasp it. I happen to love this country, too. I have fought for it, in field and in council. Above every small, selfish, personal desire, I want to see it peaceful, and prosperous, and strong. Well, will you meet my terms?
I can't.
My conscience is clear. I know how to proceed.
If you do this, it can only lead to the very thing you condemn.
Perhaps. Perhaps that is the only hope for us in a world of Bonapartes and Burrs.
Then what will we have gained?
Good day, Mr. Jefferson.
I warn you, there will be bloodshed tomorrow.
No, there won't. You see, I'm counting on you. You will prevent it.
You're wrong, my friend.
You'd condone it?
I'd be a part of it.
You really mean it?
By the God that made me, I mean it. I'd open my veins and yours in a second.
You've become a tough old man.
Who made me tough?
Then I haven't lived in vain.
Well, that's right. You listen to me, Hamilton.
This is strange.
Listen to me. I know you love this country, but you have never understood it. You're afraid of Bonaparte. You needn't be. Bonaparte will die, and his tyrannies will die, and we will be living, and we will be free. You're afraid of Burr? If Burr tries any quixotic adventures, he will smash himself on the rocks of our people. This is the mistake you have always made. You have never properly estimated the character of the American people. You still don't understand them at this moment.
I confess it. I don't.
This is not the way, Hamilton. Believe me, if you really love this country, this isn't the way. Our people who fought the revolution from a pure love of liberty did not expend their blood and substance to change this master for that, but to grasp their freedom in their own hands so that never again would the corrupt will of one man oppress them. You cannot fix fear in their hearts or make fear their principle of government. I know them. I place my faith in them. I have no fears for their ultimate victory.
Wish I had such faith. I don't know. I frankly don't know. I find myself lost here. Day by day, I am becoming more foreign to this land.
And yet, you helped build it.
There's a tide here that sweeps men to the fashioning of some strange destiny, even against their will. I never believed in this. And yet, as you say, I helped build it. Every inch of it. And still, it has worked better than I thought. If it could survive.
It can. And it will. This tide is irresistible. You cannot hold it back. You may deflect it for a moment, but in the end you will lose. Try the old ways of usurpation and tyranny, and you must lose. Bonapartes may retard the epoch of man's deliverance, yet still, in the end, they will fall back exhausted, leaving mankind to liberty and self-government. No, General Hamilton, this way you lose. Believe me. I shall not compromise, General Hamilton. You do whatever you choose. I cannot compromise on this.
Since the fever took me, I can't hit the side of a barn with a pistol. Burr is as cool as a snake, and one of the best shots in America. If I cross him in this, he will challenge me, I have no doubt of it. I'm a dead man already. But at least you are honest. I will urge my friends to break the deadlock. You will be president. Your victory is complete.
There is no personal victory in this for me. I didn't want this for myself. I still don't. If it will be any satisfaction to you, my own affairs have been neglected for so long. In another office, with time to mend them, I might save myself from bankruptcy. As president, I'm bound to lose everything I possess, including Monticello, where my wife and 4 of my children lie, where all the dreams of my youth lie. Oh, no matter. I thank you for a glorious misery. I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. Friends and fellow citizens, called upon to undertake the duties of the first executive of our country, I will avail myself of the presence of that portion of my fellow citizens which is here assembled to express my grateful thanks for the favor with which they have been pleased to look upon me. A rising nation spread over a wide and fruitful land, expanding rapidly toward destinies beyond the reach of mortal eye. When I contemplate these transcendent objects, when I see the honor, happiness, and hopes of this beloved country committed to the issue of this day, I shrink before the magnitude of the undertaking. Utterly indeed should I despair, if not for the presence of many whom I see here. To you, then, I look for that guidance and support which may allow us to steer with safety the vessel in which we are all embarked amid the conflicting elements of a troubled world. This is the sum of good government: equal and exact justice for all men of whatever state or persuasion, a jealous care of the right of election, absolute acquiescence to the decisions of the majority, the vital principle of republics, from which there is no appeal but to force, the vital principle and parent to despotism. Freedom of religion, freedom of press, freedom of person, and trial by juries impartially selected. These form the bright constellation which has gone before us and guided us in an age of revolution and reformation. The wisdom of our sages and the blood of our heroes have attained them for us. Some honest men believe that a republic cannot be strong, that this government is not strong enough. But would the honest patriot, in the full flood of successful experiment, abandon a government which has so far kept us free and firm on the theoretic fear that it may want energy to preserve itself? I trust not. I believe, on the contrary, this is the only government where every man would fly to the standard and meet invasions of the public order as a matter of his own personal concern. I believe this is the strongest government on earth. I believe, indeed I know, this government is the world's best hope